Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh, and very good day. Thank you very much for being here. We will continue our lecture for today on the topic of business plan. As in the previous class, we have already looked into the how to write or prepare a company profile. So today, for the next 30 to 40 minutes, I'll share with you the how to prepare the business plan. Okay, just to highlight the some of the notes that I took, some of the animation or the graphic are taken from Young Entrepreneur link, as well as the module for a business plan. So you may find other sources of preparing business plan, but I found out that from these two sources, the information are quite straightforward and can be easily understood. Okay, there are many ways of doing business plan, and there are reasons why we need to prepare a business plan, as mentioned by Mr. Abraham Lincoln. Right, the best way to predict the future is to create it. Basically, if you want to plan for your business, whether you want to have a successful business, what you want to achieve in your business, basically you have to prepare for the to prepare a business plan, right, in relation to the business, right. um, there are many people have intention to prepare a business or try to get involved with business without any preparation. So that's why there are so many people fail in their business venture. In this particular presentation, I will go through an overview of what is business plan all about. We will also look on the purpose. Okay, why do we need a business plan in place, and some tips in terms of steps to write a business plan. Um, Basically, writing a business plan is probably the hardest part of the business process. Most people try to avoid. They want to embark in business. They just straight away identify the product and try to put up the price tag and straight away do the marketing without doing a proper planning. And putting up a business plan, basically it is quite tough if you don't have any information at all, because the business idea comes from scratch, and obviously it is time consuming. The more time you put on the preparation of the business plan does not guarantee that your business will be a success, right? So among other information, basically you can provide or conduct market trends, right? You can also look into growth opportunities where your product will go into. At the same time, you have to prepare in terms of the financial. Of course, it can be a frustrating process. Some people put a lot of effort. They do a lot of study. They attend many business plan classes or attending workshops. And but at the end of the day, if they don't try to put it on paper, they won't go anywhere. So it can also be a frustrating process. So you can be stressful. It's quite a stressful process. But eventually, once you have the clear idea of the elements in terms of what product that you want to sell, in terms of what are the preparation, like what we have gone through so far throughout our course, so the method of writing the business plan should follow easily, right? Um, in terms of the reason why do we need a business plan, so in terms of the statistics, you can read a lot of business plan books, preparation of business plan books, where in statistic, basically 5 years company of operation, right? If you the 90% of the businesses will fail, and basically from year one until year five. So if the company managed to go beyond 5 years, maybe they have a chance of surviving further, right? So businesses normally, if they don't prepare, they don't plan properly, they will fail within after 1 year, sometime after 2 or 3 years, and so on, right? And only 1 to 10% or 1 to 10 businesses in 10 businesses will last past the first 5 years. So only 10%. That's why having a business plan in place, a good business plan, as well as contingency plans. Some of the items you need a contingency plan. So you will then have a higher chance of surviving the 5 year periods. Among other reasons why company fails also can be contributed from poor customer service. You can also be having poor logistic and cost management, inadequate product. But the main reason is because you do not have a proper business plan, right? So a quote from Mahatma Gandhi: "The future depends on what you do today." Similarly with the business, if you want to have a successful business in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years time, it depends on what you do before that, what you do today. So basically, you know exactly what you want to achieve in business, right? You know in mind, you have a company directors, the partners that put your head together to plan a business, right? So, but if you don't put it down, you don't know. Probably after some time, the idea will lost somewhere. Okay, you will forget some of your brilliant ideas. That's why putting down all the elements into a business plan is an important criteria to ensure successful in the business. Right. Let us go through step by step. There are basically 8 steps. I'm putting it here in terms of the how to prepare a business plan. Obviously, the first one is something related to the executive summary. Okay, so you in a business plan, you must have a section called executive summary. So basically, this executive summary will put some key points in terms of the who are you and how to contact you. Remember that we have covered the company profile before, right? A company profile is talking about the company itself, the business, and everything. But in a business plan or business proposal, you also have the similar information. Not everything, but some information can be extracted from the company profile to be rewritten, or to be extracted inside the business plan. So there are 6 items that you can put it here. The first one is that who are you and how to contact you, right? The basic information, and then your product or service that and the problem your business solve. Okay, basically number 3, a description of your target market, and then your purpose, the reason you are writing a business plan, and then your company size, scale, margin or sale forecast, and finally critical details like key players, use of funds, exit strategy, and so on, right? So this first 1 or 2 pages on the executive summary basically is just a snapshot of what is the content of the business plan. And normally, like potential financial bankers, board members, and other interested parties will look at the executive summary. Okay, and if they find it that it is interesting to read through, they will continue. If it is not comprehensive enough, lack of information and so on, so you may end up to do not get their attention. Right. The second step is basically about
Prof,
company.
Prof,
Yes.
excuse me. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, you may. You may. Please.
Uh,
Yeah.
the company profile also we describe about the products and so on, and business plan also we do that. The
Yeah.
two separate papers is in real life. Is it? It's a two different thing that we have to prepare.
Yes. Because business plan as well as company profile, it is a two separate document where you need to prepare in terms of preparation for having a meeting with the potential investor. Because sometimes they would like to just submit your company profile. Okay, so that is the first, like your identity card, your report card. Okay, this is your company profile. Who are you? But a business plan is it contain the business proposal, what you want to offer. Okay, so if you fail in the company profile to convince the person, means that they won't be asking for your business plan or business proposal. All right. So, but in the business plan, you also need to have like some basic information of your company profile. Okay, we do not want to put in business plan saying that basic information can be read in the company profile document. So it's going to be like you are asking them to refer here, refer there. It's not really comprehensive. That's the reason why in the business plan you also have similar information, but in a like a summary. It's not the whole thing. Okay.
Understood.
All right. So the second step, after writing up the executive summary, you have a section called company description. So what we have in the company's description, uh, there are 8 elements there. The first one, the company description. Bear in mind that most of the information you put in this particular section are available in more detail in the company profile, right? So like official name or legal name of your company, business location, your company structure. So this is the summary. The detail are in the company profile. Your company structure, ownership or management, company background or history, vision statement, product and market information, and your goals as well as the objective, right? And step three is the third section is the products and services that you are offering. Okay, so this section should clearly describe the products and service offered by the business, right? Let's say you have multiple products or you have only a product. For instance, the example being given here, a company that sells floor tiles. So you are focusing selling floor tiles. At the same time, you are also having a services where you offer to lay the tiles as a service, right? So or cleaning up tiles and so on. So you list down all the products as well as services that are being provided by your company. Okay, and then step number 4 in the business plan, basically you are putting up the marketing and the sales plan, right? So there are 4 things that are normally being included in the section of marketing and sales plans, where sales planning is critical to sales success, right? If you fail to plan sales, some people just avoid no planning for sales, just bulldoze everything. So eventually, maybe they can get sales, quick sales, but it is not sustainable. So return on time invested, or short known as ROTI, should be a key criteria that every salesperson should use when evaluating their account base. Let us see what are the 4 things in the marketing and sales plan. The first one, key questions about your customer. So you have to put down in this particular section, write all about who your customers are, right? Remember, we have an exercise on identifying who are our customers, the real client, as well as who are the paymaster, right? And what do your customer do, right? Why will customer buy from you, not from others? When will you be able to contact your customers? Where will you find your customers? And how will you reach them, right? Is it through a normal newspaper, or you have a certain platform, online platform, social media, and so on? Okay. The second item in marketing and sales plan is that you have a section called key questions about the market. How big is the market? Is the market local, regional, or national? And who are your competitors, right? We also have already have an exercise on identifying the competitors. Right, and then number three, key question about sales performance. So in this section, the marketing and sales plan, you also have to be able to answer how many sales have you closed in the past years or years. Let's say you are just a startup. Of course, this particular section will be empty, right? Because you do not have a track record. And for those who are having a company after a couple of years, you have a good track record, or you have a history. What is your record for accomplishing typical sales activities, like the number of contacts, interviews, and presentation that you have already made? And how effective are you, right? You may do sales, you may do marketing, but you don't do sales, right? For example, you do marketing, you put advert here, advert there, but nobody buys, right? Meaning that it is not effective. Are you proficient at the key step in the sales process? Are there skills that you need to improve? If so, what is the best way for you to improve your skill? Not all of the information here are needed. These are just key questions about your sales performance. And finally, in section of marketing and sales plan, you may highlight the target objective, right? Objective for the period. Let's say you have a period of 12 months. How will you measure success for that 12 months? Can you categorize your customers in useful categories like A, B, and C, where A customer are very best one, right? So when whatever you sell, they will buy, all right? But for example, like C customer are more like potential customer, prospect customer, right? So probably they are the best customers. Okay, and then we move on the next section on the business plan, where we do the SWOT analysis, the SWOT analysis. So probably some of you are very familiar on SWOT analysis, where SWOT means strength, weaknesses, opportunities, as well as threats. It is just a tool to provide a general and detailed snapshot of the company's health. So 4 things into your SWOT analysis, right? Basically, what we have here, okay? The first one is the strength. Of course, you may want to highlight the strength of the company. What is your most reliable source of financial growth? Where is your customer growth coming from? What do you do very well as an organization? And where do you excel in so far as your employees are concerned? Okay, so the strength. And then the weaknesses. What is your biggest financial weakness? Is it that you have trouble with having investment into your company, right? Where do your customer think you need to improve? What do you do poorly? Okay, what are your biggest challenges with employees, right? And opportunities, something like what is your biggest opportunity to improve your finances? Where could you dramatically improve with your customers? What processes will drive you well into the future if you could improve upon them? And what opportunities do you have to leverage stuff? And finally, the threats, in terms of what threats could seriously impact your financial health. What is your biggest concern about your customer? What current areas of your business might harm you later? And what threatens the people within your organization? So in this particular section, the SWOT analysis, you may discuss in terms of the strength of the company, in terms of the weakness of the company. Of course, you don't want to highlight every weakness, right? Where you have a dozen weakness, but you only have one strength. Okay, it doesn't look good, right? And opportunity, and finally the threat. Okay, and what is important here is that do not forget to create your USP, your unique selling proposition in the SWOT analysis. From SWOT, you may come out with your unique selling proposition, right? Where from previous experience, many companies do not have anything that differentiate them from their competition. For example, like people who are selling nasi lemak, okay, in one stall, the next stall also selling nasi lemak. The same thing, having egg, having nuts, having peanuts, having anchovies, and the same thing. Okay, the color also the same, probably the price also the same. So what's different between one type of nasi lemak and another type of nasi lemak? Okay, what actually you do differently? Maybe one stall selling nasi lemak, at the same time they also sell other thing. They sell rendang, they sell ayam goreng, fried chicken, they sell the rice, the nasi lemak itself, the rice is in green color. They put pandan, pandan juice together, so it looks different. So but many companies just always say that they are better. Okay, in the advertisement they say that, okay, our product is high quality, our product is cheaper, our product having higher performance. But just telling that, okay, quotation or claims is not enough to the customer. They want to see what value in your product to them. Right, and then number 6 is the operational plan. Okay, in operational plan is quite extensive here. I don't expect in your exercise later on you need to put everything here, where there are 18 things you can put into your operational plan, where the operation section of your business plan is where you explain in detail your company's objective, the goals, the procedures, as well as the timeline, right? And why everything is important? It shows that when you have this particular section, it shows that your company is having a proper process, right? If you can show it here, means that to the customer, to the client, to the board of directors, yes, the company are well in place. You are proper, you are professional, right? For example, like the first one, you put the cash flow forecasting. We've done that in our exercise. Profit plan preparation, flexible budget, break-even analysis. Remember, you do the cost, volume, profit analysis, variance report, weekly reposition report, executive review, management meetings, mission statement, strategic team operating plan, organization structure, delegation of authority, position guide development, hiring procedure, performance evaluation, progressive discipline, employee compensation, and profit-based incentive system. So you can have all of them in your business plan, or at least you have some operational activities for the company. Okay, the step number 7 is the financial plan, right? So there are 10 things to add into your financial plan. Okay, we've done some of it. Okay, we have already looked at the balance sheet, cash flow, what are the tax impact. We can also have next year forecast sales, okay, as well as budget and cash flow, income statement, startup costs, operational costs, cash inflow, review of your budget, forecast, projection versus actual report, and take a look at your profit and loss by month. So like a potential investor, when you present your business plan to your potential investor, so when they look at this particular section on the financial plan, they see, okay, this company has a proper financial plan. Yes, we would like to invest into the company, into your company. Okay, and then the last step is basically, or the last section is organization and management, right? So in this particular section, you may add 10 things into the organization and management section, right? Similarly, in the company profile, remember you have the company organization chart, right? But here is about more on the finance side where you put down the cash book, receipt book, invoices, receive and send, bank deposit statements, petty cash expenditure, wage work cover, capital asset register, material purchase, contact details of all inquirers, individual job records showing progress. And this is showing how the management staff and the board of directors can help the company achieve its goals. So this particular section is not about having a company structure. Is about the how the organization and management look into the finance aspect. Okay, so with all of these steps, right, from step 1 until step 8, what is important is that is action, right? So if, as I said earlier, even though you attend so many hours of how to write a business proposal, but if you don't write it down, if you don't take action on the business plan itself, you will fail. Even if you find that according to the business plan, your idea isn't viable, right? So sometimes when you put it, you have a business plan, you don't feel that, okay, it is a viable business plan, but if you do not act on it, try on it, you won't know that it is going to be a success. So don't give up, right? As highlighted is in another quote, the future influences the present and just as much as the past. So with that, end up our session on business plan. Okay, so let me just open up. Okay,